meat in the freezer.
So happy I'm on lunch.
It's so stupid, I think it might work.
Chaos, like every hunting season.
Seems like it's not going anywhere, but it also seems like it could go somewhere.
He lost his paper bag, I swear.
I will not. I'm actually pretty good directionally.
All right, let's get this thing figured out here. Should be all set to go.
What'd you call this one?
Nothing yet. I'll do all
Nothing
that.
yet? I like that.
Usually when I'm done, I can think of like, what did we talk about? Actually, I did call it story time.
Story time.
I like it.
Enhance.
There it is.
Hey, story time is live right now.
There it is.
Got the notification, bro.
All right. And turn comments on.
My dad's camera up north has been going crazy the last 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And this camera, this guy's been bedded in there for like the last 4 hours in my scrape. This little dinky buck. He's just been chilling in the scrape. Stands up, smells it, lays back down.
I've been like this whole week. It's only Tuesday, but
Feels like longer.
it feels really long. I've been like ignoring camera notifications. I'm just like, yeah, I could take a little bit of a break. And then today I got my truck and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. It's nonstop.
So at what point do you like start handing those out to buddies? Like, dude, I got one here. I got one there. I got one here. I got one there. Someone make something happen out of this.
Pretty darn quick. I mean, it's going to start heating up.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's been pretty hot.
Yeah.
Stupid mic isn't working.
Yours?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's not talking loud enough. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the show. Let me do the thing. And
do the thing, bro.
This is the Okayest Hunter podcast. Never pass on shooter bucks, if that's just meat in the freezer. It's your tag. You hunt how you want. This is Okayest Hunter.
We're back.
Here we are.
Here we are. Another week in the podcast studio, but after an eventful week.
But it's been a good week.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that has gone down in the deer woods. Literally has gone down in the deer
Been an
woods.
emotional week.
My stomach has not been the same
No.
after the nerves of this
No.
week. Yeah, dude. Like, a lot of shit happened since last podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's youth hunting over the weekend. So hopefully I saw a lot of people tagging us and stuff where their kids got out. So like, yay for Nosler. We did get to fire some, I mean, not we, but like people collectively got to shoot some rounds, or their kids did.
Lots of smiling faces on social media.
Yeah.
Kids with does and bucks and all the good stuff.
Saw some kids with just some tanks.
I saw some kids that just had little Debbies. We didn't see much, but we had fun. That's great
Snack
too.
game was really strong this
Good
weekend.
snack. Dad brought the good stuff.
Yeah.
Or mom brought
Yep.
the good
You
stuff.
have to keep your kids fed out there, dude. You got to keep them busy.
Food is the key.
Yeah, all the treats. It's kind of like going to church. Like, you got to have like a goodie bag to keep them sitting still, even though like it's counterproductive because they eventually get all sugared up.
Coloring books and Cheez-Its, right?
Yeah.
Goldfish.
Goldfish crackers.
All that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, if you haven't tried out Nosler, like, you got to go to range and try the stuff out. I know you have. I'm not sure, Dave, if you've ever.
I haven't.
Okay.
He's a shotgun hunter.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
I like the shotgun.
You've always liked the shotgun
Yeah.
more than the rifles, and
Take your home intruder shotgun with you.
Yeah, I can't shoot 800 yards like some people. Like 100, 150 is like my comfort zone. So I try to stick to a shotgun.
That's fun. My first ever got was with a shotgun.
Yeah.
I've
What?
never killed with a shotgun.
No? Why not?
Just haven't. I don't think I've ever held a slug in my hand.
The kicks.
We can change that.
The kicks. I mean, it like the one I got, it was close quarters and it like rocked him. It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a pretty intense scene to undertake.
Well, I think my slugs are 300 grains.
Oh my
So
God.
I mean,
It's like throwing a haymaker.
yeah, like when they get hit with a shotgun.
It's game over.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Tuck me into it, gentlemen. Doesn't also make shotgun bullets.
Yeah. Well, maybe who does make? I don't even know who makes slugs. Like, I don't know.
Remington, Hornady.
Yeah, just
I'm sure Winchester's probably got some.
Winchester has some.
Kind of cool. Shout out to Latitude. You guys made good use of the Latitude sticks, dragging them out, use them as a seat.
We
climbing the trail.
hunted out of it. Yeah, it kind of did the all-purpose for us this last
We've
week.
made mock scrapes with the Latitude sticks.
Yeah,
Past,
hanging
like-
cameras with them.
Yeah.
What didn't we use it for? Stool when I got
Yeah,
too freaking tired to drag anymore.
It was a stool. That was nice.
Yeah,
What you
for
kinda
the
want in that marsh grass. You're not just sitting down in it.
for the little bit that well, I mean, I was pretty wet already, but
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, we were soaked.
we'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
Story
Marsh.
time. Yeah, we got Mr. Dave Bechtel in the house, who's got a good story.
Yeah,
You
thank you
kicked
for
us
having
off.
me.
You kicked us off with the last week's festivities.
Yeah,
which
it was
pretty
a
sweet.
good emotional week. I finally Sunday I crashed.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you just
I,
sleep all
I
day?
actually took a nap. It's
Oh,
probably
nice.
my first nap I've taken in since I can remember. Like
Wow.
it was just such an emotional like.
You mean you guys don't nap in the deer woods?
No, I'm so jacked up.
That's a real question. Eric's looking at me like, right?
No, I just
Dude,
get
I don't even
so
snack
fired
in the
up.
deer woods.
If I bring snacks, they're gone by 8.
Oh yeah.
Like I just pound everything.
Gun season, I nap. I've been woken up by deer
What
and
happened?
then shot that deer.
How dare you wake
Did
me
you go
from
back to
my
bed, though?
slumber?
No, I didn't.
That's a fair
Kinda hard to get
question.
the heart back down after that.
If you see him go down, you could sneak
Yeah,
in
just-
another 10 minute power nap.
Let them cool off a little bit.
Yeah,
before I
give the due time
Yeah.
to let them expire.
Well, I do want to get into. I mean, shout out to everybody that we work with, like on the partner side. It's awesome. I think you got to tear into that thing with the one you got with the Gerber knife too, which is that one with the replaceable blades.
Gerber for both of ours.
Oh,
I
yeah.
brought the replaceable
sharp.
head on Dave's recovery, and you used it, and then I used the same blade,
That was
Worked pretty
sharp.
good.
and I'll use it on the next one because
Yeah,
it's still
it
good
was
to go.
so sharp.
That's what I was rocking with me yesterday when I almost got one. So it's
Your Gerber, I
Yeah.
mean, I think Bo got me onto the replaceable head knife, the outdoor edge one, which
Mhm.
I really like too. But the Gerber one is pretty slick also, and this is a little bit longer blade. And those, we talked about it before. The replaceable head ones are just, man, just putting on a new scalpel
razor
blade
blade.
whenever
Razor
you
blade.
need it is freaking awesome.
It's better than a broadhead.
We've got a
And I've
deer
done
with
that.
broadheads. Yep, I've done it. You've done it.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I had a buddy that Joel, he was here for the shindig we did last Wednesday, and he's like forgot his knife, but he'd always carry a razor blade in his wallet. And so one year he just gutted one of his razor
Always
blade.
be
I was
prepared.
like, what the? I was like, how did you did what? And he's quick with it too. He's just like, one of those guys that looks like he's flying on a butterfly knife around. with
I could
the-
see Joel like talking you through it in a real comedic way and like an entertaining. Well, you did it, and then it's like done.
Done.
I'd be scared to like poke me.
Yeah. But I guess I don't. Whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where was I? I don't know. Where do we want to start here? Because we got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we got to obviously
You
start
guys-
with your story.
First of all, you guys, just for context, Dave Bechtel.
Yep.
You've been friends with Derek for a very long time. You guys were in college together. Were you at room together at some like?
Down-
Same floor.
Yeah, we roomed down the hall in the dorms, which is where we met. Funny story on how we met too. We'll probably talk about that. And then we ended up living in houses that were
2 houses down.
within turkey call distance of
Yes.
each other.
You would know.
Yes, we
Yeah.
called a lot of turkeys.
Yeah. It used to be
2
like
a.m.
bar close, stick your head out the door, and
Where
I'd
did you
hear
guys go to school?
Oshkosh.
Oh, Schlossgosh.
slash guy.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
We've been
It'd be
dragging
20
deer out
years.
of the woods together 20 years.
Yeah. Which makes me feel really old.
Oh my
I
goodness,
know.
because we're getting there. Yeah, the story of how Dave and I met is actually one of my favorites because you and some of the football guys were at the end of the hall, and Ben and I, my other buddy who
Yep.
we hunt together, were closer to like the bathrooms. And Dave's, well, I don't know if you just showered or were going to shower or whatever, but Dave walks by and our door's open and it's like 9 a.m. Ben and I have like a bow hunting, like Primos.
And this was
3.
before, like right before break.
Okay.
Was it
I
before?
think it was
like-
the day before we were all supposed to leave for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something.
some kind of break. And he stops, like walks by, pops, and he's like, "You guys watching bow hunting?" And we're like, "Yeah, man, you want to come in?" And you were like, "Well, like I gotta or I'm jumping out of the shower. Let me put some clothes on or something, then I'll stop back in." And he stops in, and so we're sitting there, and I think we grabbed beers out of the fridge. We're like, "You want one?" And Dave was like, "I better not." He's like, "If I have one, like it's 9 a.m. Like next thing you know, we're gonna finish that case. My girlfriend's gonna be pissed. We're gonna be talking hunting stories till 3 a.m. And
That's
let's
what
just
actually
say that's
happened.
exactly what
That's
happened.
identical.
It's like literally exactly what happened, and we've been good buddies ever since.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Hunting public land down there by
Yeah.
campus, and yeah, man, we
Yeah, it's been a long time.
dragged bears and deer and
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Yep.
This guy's a
Okay.
certified killer. You don't ever want Dave hunting you, dude.
And you've been at this stuff for a long time. You've been
Yeah.
around.
I mean, since Well, since I was 12, we didn't have youth season, so the first year I ever went out was 12,
Mhm.
and then I think 13 I shot my first one with the bow.
Yeah,
So-
hunter safety at the age of 12 is like a rite of passage.
Yep.
Did you do your hunter safety yet? You're not cool until you do.
Yeah, you got to get that.
Yeah.
Kids always tried to cram it in before season because
Yeah.
there was like some late classes. It's like I gotta get it.
Well, we screwed up. Mine was like a 2-day, the Monday, Tuesday before the opener. So like it was like Monday, Tuesday, got my certification. Then we went and bought a rifle, sighted in the rifle, and then went out to
You were-
Western Wisconsin to go deer hunting. And it was just like, oh,
You were tight right
this
there.
is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
But, yeah.
intense.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Dude, love it. Well, so fast forward to today, ish, like present day.
Yep.
And you just got a buck. And like
Yep.
you, like Derek said, you kind of kicked this off, essentially.
Yeah, it was a fun lead off into the week. It actually started last Sunday. I had hunted the morning and I got like a really cool, like palmated buck, little guy on camera, and my cameras were dying. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go pull him. So go pull, and it's a private property that I've walked, and I'm walking, and on Onyx, I had it really zoomed in, and I came to an opening and I'm like, where am I? So like,
It's like a spot you'd not.
yeah,
you
I
don't-
got lost, and like I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, hold on a second, like this looks incredible. So I'm like, I zoom out, and I'm like, I've never been here. Like this isn't normal, and there's like scrapes, there's rubs, and I'm like, oh crap, this camera has 30%. I'm throwing it up, and like I'm looking around, and I'm like, there's my tree. So I take a picture of it, and then like I do a 360 like pan, so I can like visualize it when I get home. And I remember getting home and I was like, Kyla, I just found the spot. It's going to take a certain wind. But
Does your wife roll her eyes when you say that kind of stuff to her?
yeah.
I don't actually care.
She's like, oh wow, no,
She's like,
Kyla's
sure,
great. Kyla's
sure,
great.
sure. And then so like I'm explaining it to her and the kids are running around. She's just like, but she's very supportive. So I'm thankful for that. And she hunts. So she gets it. Like this time of year's like my
It does something
mind.
to us, yeah.
Yeah, my mind is like blown. So like Sunday, and like I'm watching the weather constantly. I'm like, okay, Wednesday I can go. So it's like, boom.
That's when the wind was
Yep,
going to be
wind's
decent to hunt
perfect.
it?
I literally put the stand on my back and like I ran as fast as I could through the woods to get to this spot, just because they're coming through. I got 2 or 3 good bucks on camera, but like I wasn't thinking I was going to shoot those. It was like, what's not on camera? Just because you could tell by the terrain, and you were there. It's like
I've
you
never heard anyone say that before. What?
like
There's something big here that's not on camera.
yeah,
That's
just because
impressive sign.
like when you walked into this spot, you would look at it and it's in between like essentially 2 marshes, and then it's like grassy with like speckled buckthorn.
Okay.
And like it just feels like a big buck should be in there. And I was getting a couple bucks, but then it's just like my camera's shooting this way, but there's 3 other really good trails that are coming this way, and it's like I just have a feeling like I'm getting a good one on camera here, but what am I missing? Like I know I'm missing deer here.
I only got to see it in the dark, but exactly what he just said. Where like you could throw a camera up anywhere in there, and it's
Yep.
just a spot that like is tight enough and has that grass. It's a perfect mixture of like the deer want to be there, but when they're there, it's not like they're traveling through on a trail. So like your camera's going to get some,
Yeah.
but they just want to be there. Like he's in the bedroom, it seemed like. So like those deer just go wherever. Very kind of similar to like where I was too.
Yep.
Like when we were blood trailing, there's trails all over.
Yeah.
Like
Pick your
y-
poison with
if you
it.
get him on a camera, he's probably there 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You just walk in front of the camera the 1% because it's just a spot the deer like. You sent a picture when you
Yeah, I got
set
a
up.
I got a good one on the night before, and like that was like the trigger for me, because it's like if I'm getting him on camera, I know there's more. Like this isn't just like one spot travel corridor. Like I know there's going to be more deer here. So then literally like it's a popple tree, and I hate popples because they're so loud, and like I'm going up and I'm like sawing but like gently snapping branches, and like I finally like sit down and I'm like, oh, thank you. And I look over and here's a buck. And I'm like, I don't even have my camera set up. So like I'm monkeying with the camera. I realize I don't have an SD card. So I'm like, okay, cell phone. I'm like, okay, here we go. But I remembered I had an extra SD card tucked in the bottom of my bag in case I ever forgot one. So
Smart.
luckily I threw that in, and next thing I know, here comes some
I'd
does.
be full blown panicked.
I was
I'd be like, forget it.
What was the first one? What kind of
it
buck
was
was
just like a little fork.
Okay.
But that was before 4. So I was like, I think I texted you and I'm like, I'm in the bedroom. Like it's 4 o'clock. I have deer on their feet and they're just meandering randomly throughout this. So it's like, okay, I'm feeling good. So I'm standing there, got some does coming through, fawns bouncing all over the place. And I'm like, jacked. Like I'm standing there like shaking, and I talk to myself a lot.
We all.
And the audio, like, because when I got the buck on camera, I'll rewind a little bit. So I'm standing there and I'm just feeling like this is the night. I can feel it. And all of a sudden, like through my one little shooting window, I just see a white rack walk through. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, yeah. Like, this is what I came in here for. Like, this is for sure a shooter. Like, no questions. Like, I passed a couple earlier this year that I wanted to shoot, but I'm like, I'm going to be a little more selective than I normally am. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah. So it's like GoPro on, camera, get it in focus just for that general area. And it's like, just stand and wait. And like, I'm talking to myself. Oh my gosh. Here it comes. And like, I'm ranging, it's like 46, 43, 42, 46. I'm like, all right. And all of a sudden he pops out. And he's walking right to her, like
What's your sight pin? Is it a single, a multi?
single adjustable one. So I cranked it. You'll see in the footage, I crank it to 43. And like, I'm thinking he's going to come right into this window. And like, I'm like ranging. And then for some reason, he got to like right where he was going to be in my opening, and he doubled back, turned and started to like quarter away, like he was going to go back into the buckthorn. And I drew back and I put it like, right for the center of his heart. And thank God I did. So like bottom third, fired. And
It was a long shot.
Yeah, it was
Wednesday night because we were here doing our little get together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, there's a bunch of dudes like, oh,
Yeah. Well, see, I think the shot was further because I ranged him for 42, but by the time I mapped him and he spun and like was ready to go, it was probably like 44. But at that distance, like the arrow drops.
Yeah.
So I put it right on his heart and pulled the trigger, and I was like, I smashed him. Like, I'm blowing up in the camera. I'm like, yeah. Like, and he disappears. And like, so then I'm in panic mode. I'm like, okay, pull up my camera. I'm like zooming in, trying to get it on my phone, rewatching it. And I'm like, I can't see anything. And I've been burned by my own self, by my own doing of like pursuing a deer and bumping it and losing it. So it's like, okay, go check the arrow. Arrow's going to tell me everything. And I'm like, I either missed this thing cleanly or I heart punched him. So we get down, walk over, arrow's just caked. And I'm like, okay, I like it. So then I'm really excited. So I'm like, I'm going to walk a little bit. Well, the deer goes straight south. I went to the left. So,
Was it dark at this point?
and it was dark. So like, I'm looking around and I'm like, there's no blood.
Oh, that's the worst.
I'm like, this can't be possible. Like, the arrow's like,
How can
it
the
looks
arrow
like,
look like this and the ground look like
yeah.
this?
And I'm like, this can't be possible. So I'm like,
It's like that Ace Hunter.
yeah. And I'm like borderline panicking. So then it's like, all right, I have time. I knew you were down where you were hunting. Conrad was out hunting. I'm like, I'm just going to go back. I'll watch the footage on the big screen and then just settle in. And then we'll go out in a couple hours. Get back and like, kids are screaming. It's bath time. Kyla's trying to do everything. And I'm just like,
You're trying to watch it.
I'm on the computer and she's like asking me questions. I'm like, 1 second. Yep. Sounds great. Yep. What? And then like, I felt really bad, but like she understands. But like, I was so locked in. And after seeing the shot and sending it to Derek and Bo, and they're like, that deer's dead. Like, and the
Everyone here was like, it's dead.
yeah. And which helped me because like
I've had that though, and it was wrong.
I know,
like-
I've had that too, and like
in your mind, you're like, nah, I don't know.
but I kept reverting back to like my gut was telling me I crushed it. Like
That first
my
instinct.
first instinct was like, okay,
Yeah.
my stomach's telling me like this was a good shot, and we would go out there and still. I mean, you'll see on the footage, it was like mortifying because like at the start there was no blood.
None.
It was just like we're following
Couple
hoof
specks.
prints, a couple specks, and we're just slowly like going. But
Well, and thank God it was. I mean, he ducked into some buckthorn right off the bat, which
Yeah.
like he went out of sight for you. But that buckthorn is like all that black dirt underneath, and this deer was big, and he was hoofing. So like Conrad's like, well, look, like you can
you
see
can
his-
clearly,
but if he had ran off into like swale grass or something like
Yeah,
that, where
it
you
would've
can't see,
been-
it would have been really hard to know in that thick shit like which direction he went.
yeah, it would have been very, very sad for me.
Is your mic giving you fits?
You guys just sound so good that I felt like I had to change it. Because mine, I could hear it coming in and out. Sorry to disrupt. I was trying to not disrupt. How's that?
Yeah. So
I hear you great.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound sexy.
Oh yeah.
That's
butter.
the sexy
Yeah.
mic.
Sexy.
Does the song come on when you?
Wow, 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 wow,
What's that,
wow.
JT? Sexy back. Bow, 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 bow. Okay.
No, so we all go in there, and the blood's next to nothing. We're following hoof prints, and then it's like a drop, and then another drop, and then all of a sudden it's bigger, and it just started to open up, and then it got to a point where it was walking, and then I think my track said we went 60 yards from the arrow, and he was laying right there, and it was just like, I don't know, huge emotional roller coaster, because it was like Sunday it started like, I want to go here, so it's all I thought about, and then to do it, and then like you're jacked up the whole time, just crazy, like I'm here, this is gonna work, like I'm in the bedroom, I know there's a good buck here, and then I see it, I shoot, and then it's like there's no blood.
The uncertainty,
The
right? That always
uncertainty,
feels
and
terrible.
then just that mix of emotions, like you're just up and down, and then I think that night I was up till 1:30. I just couldn't sleep. Like I was
It's
so
a
jacked
terrible
up.
headspace to be in. Like I don't know anything. Like just
After a shot, or
uncertainty.
the
Like not
minute-
having closure about something. Just doesn't matter what it is eats at you. But when you had a direct impact on the outcome of something,
Yeah,
it's just it's hard to sit with.
and
that.
it gets worse minute by minute after it goes by. It's like that
Yeah.
first minute or two, like after a shot, you know.
Yeah.
But then 5 minutes later, you're like, oh my God, what if this happened? Or what if that happened? And then 10 minutes later, you're like, I think I missed. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like that's what happens. Like just doubt, just every angle of what could have went wrong starts creeping in your mind. And I know like by the time I made it to your house, which was probably like an hour after you
Yeah.
shot, you were like, dude, I don't know. And I was like, dude, we got him. You got him.
and the footage is like the arrows going through its heart, but it's still like, well, it could have deflected. Like we don't know. I didn't see him go down. The blood wasn't great at the start, so it's like you start questioning everything. But that's why reaching out to people that have been in that seat and understand and know, and they're like, that deer's dead. And I was on Wyatt. He runs a drone, and
No, yeah, Wyatt. That's yeah. So that's who helped me track mine last
yeah,
year.
and he's been on hundreds of tracks.
Yeah.
Like he's seen just about
I
everything.
loved
So
his narrative when we were actually doing it. He's like, well, this deer is acting like it was hit. This one isn't.
yeah,
Like he just knew from the experience of like, yeah, it's cool.
yeah. So reaching out to him too, and just being like, hey, you've seen thousands of these. What's your take? And I mean, he was 100% right. He's like, you caught the heart, probably a little long. If the blood's within 100 yards, you don't have the deer or blood, shoot me a buzz. And the deer was dead within 60 yards.
And you ended up lacerating the whole side of the heart,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Whole side of the heart was lacerated, and anything coming off of that
Yeah.
end, and that deer ended up. That was like artery blood, meaning like as that deer was walking
Yeah.
or running, there was like both sides were like,
Yeah.
you could see the pump of the heart,
Mhm.
and like blood was like up the trees. It got pretty
Yeah,
graphic
it got,
at the
it
end.
got
like,
really good there.
it was
for
a good
bit.
blood trail at the end, but
was
not
short,
good at the
but good.
beginning. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like an emotional roller coaster. And then, so that was Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, just jacked. And then like, I know my friends are out hunting, so it's like, what are you seeing? What are you like? like, hey, if you need
Need
if
help?
you need help. And then my birthday's on Saturday, so like we have all this stuff planned, and I don't know, it was like 7:00. I get a text and it said, "Bring the truck, homie." And I was like, "Oh, sweetie, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go pick apples today because I'm gonna go help Derek find his buck." I think that's a good segue to
It's a great
hear
segue.
about your swamp donkey.
It's a great segue.
I felt
but-
bad because like, you need help, and then I wasn't really able to give it. I was like, depending on how this all
but
goes,
dude,
like timing could work out.
I know you were dying to help, but you had things to take
Yeah.
care of, and that's totally understandable. Last year you came at the call and came and helped, which was awesome. Before we jump over, though, I just got to like tip my hat to Dave again because you have this knack, and we talked a little bit about this on the first episode of Dropping Pins that we did. Dave is really, really good at not only like reading all the deer sign, doing all the deer stuff, but you find these little nooks on these properties that people have hunted for years. You find these spaces in between where, and like I've seen you do this before at like your aunt's place where you ask like, where do you never go?
Yeah.
Well, there's no deer there. Well, I don't care. Like, just show me where you don't go ever. And you find these seams. And that's like exactly what you did
Yeah.
on this one. You found this seam and then you executed it on your first time going in there. And that to me is like,
We've talked a lot about
that's
the
like
first
the
six stuff, though,
essence
too.
of like how you're super freaking successful at that is like, you know how to set up on it, but it's like being able to take that gamble or that risk of like, this is not an area that anyone else says is good, but like, I know it's going to be good. And then you go in there and like, you're very good at executing the shot. Like we talk all the time about tactics and scouting. None of that freaking matters if you can't make it
yeah,
happen in the
yeah.
moment. And if there's, you and Bo Bilo are the two best guys at like, if that deer's going to come within 50 yards, that deer's freaking dead. I would put my life on it. That he and Bo, they just know how to make it happen. And that's a skill that like is not talked about a ton, but like knowing the order of events when like
Well, I think
when to
that's,
be
that's what makes
standing and
someone
ready, like,
a killer.
that's when you're good.
Like
It's not just scouting. It's not just trail
Yeah.
cams. It's like, can you actually get it freaking done?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And it like literally it's like throwing a camera in there throws a huge wrinkle in it, but it's like that's why I literally like I talk to myself and like with baseball we do tons of like positive affirmations, like it's all mental. Like baseball's I coach baseball, so baseball's like it's all mental.
Mhm.
Like that's all it is.
The whole game.
And like
Well, it's a very singular sport, too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you're constantly like working on those like mental performance. So it's like I talk to myself constantly. So like shooting, it's like you'll hear in the audio, like pick a spot. Like I'm mentally, like I'm literally out loud in the tree telling myself, pick a spot, pick a spot. And like when I see the deer, it's like my checklist. It's like GoPro, camera, focus, rangefinder, got him, get on. And then like as soon as I draw back, it's pick a spot, and then just constantly reminding myself because like I get jacked up and I get
You
excited
do.
and like I'll just start shooting. But like I have to like just slow myself down, and by like talking to myself, even on your track, like I could have really started to burn. And you saw the footage, like kind of meticulously walking through. It's like just he could be here. This is high.
You talk
He
to
may have-
yourself the whole way.
like the whole way, and it's just like it's my way of calming myself because I get excited.
Yeah.
But it's just constantly just that mental game. And
having
just-
that checklist
yeah.
and like thinking it through, talking it through, like in the moment, like we all know like what it feels like. Your arrow, right? Like
Yeah,
when
I feel
it's
like
about
you
to
just described
happen.
having like building blocks of check this text on that
Yeah.
check, this text on that check. Mine's like someone just dumped a cup of water on. I'm like, oh my god, it's falling off the table and hitting the electronics. Everything's haywire. There's smoke coming out of my ears. What just happened? Where's the deer?
And then you're
I'm like
supposed to make like,
freaking out.
then you're supposed to make like the most important choices of your entire hunting.
Yeah.
Like you put all this effort in, get all, and then like that's when you're supposed to be like the most crucial moment.
Do you want to know how I know I'm not a killer? I'm telling you guys, I'm probably a good hunter. I am not a good killer. Even just last night talking about what was going on, like I'm going, oh, if I did this, if I did that, if I did this, I did that, like someone else probably could have killed that deer. It's just me trying to get through these. I have not had enough repetition
You
in
haven't
these
had
scenarios.
yeah, enough repetitions is it, dude. The more you know, every experience, every encounter, you're a very fast learner, and I think, man, if you just
I'm so
if you could get out
Well, I think that's-
5 times a
I
season.
think that's one thing like people
like how you said you
People-
get really jacked up. So like how
Yeah.
long did it take? Because I feel like what you're saying is speaking to me.
I used to
How
work
long
at
did
an
it take you
archery
to
shop,
get you through that stuff?
and I don't know if you ever like get past the jacked up, but like my process, I used to work at an archery shop, and the owner literally told me, he's like, because I was like, I shot a little buck, and I'm like, next year I'm waiting. I'm gonna get the big one. He's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, don't do that. He goes, you hunt to kill. Get a deer. Shoot a lot of deer. Get really good at shooting deer and learn how to control yourself. He goes, big ones will come. You're gonna get old someday, but get good at shooting deer because it's repetition. So like, I was like, I think that was my junior year, and I was like, all right, game on. And that's when they were giving out doe tags. I think I shot like 8 does in 1 year. And it was just like, all right, this is how you get good at it. And I mean, he hunted with Fred Bear. He's pretty well respected in the archery community. So it's like, well, if he's telling me I need to shoot a lot, like, all right, like,
I think it paid off.
like just
There has to be.
shooting
There
does
has to be.
and-
We have a shirt that says, "And I've not been given enough opportunities to shoot deer." Greg Tubbs says the same thing. Just shoot
Yeah.
deer. Like when you're getting on this on ramp, you need to get your reps in. And
But
I
a
think
lot
I
of it-
might have like somehow learned enough to get into situations that probably don't. Like I'm probably not ready for some of these situations I've been handed. Honestly,
But that's how
But-
that's how you're
you
gonna
know
do
what I
it
mean?
though. That's
but
how you're gonna do it.
You learn from it.
Yeah.
And like I've screwed up a bunch, and it's like, all right, you replay it in your head and you're down on yourself, but it's like, well, what did I learn from that?
Mhm.
It's like, well, should have done this. If I ever get back in this situation, like I know what to do now. And until you're in those situations, but you have a great teacher.
we got a whole bunch of them.
Like,
We got great
like,
people around
I've been
us.
hunting with Derek and being around Bo and AP, and like you surround yourself, and like you just become a sponge. And as soon as you think you know everything, like don't be silly. Like it just doesn't make any sense to think like I'm the great hunter and I know everything and I can't learn anything. That's absurd. And like every time we go scouting, it's just like I'm constantly listening because his perspective is much different than mine, and that's why I like scouting with another person, so we can like ping pong
Oh,
ideas.
that's
And like we go around scouting, and I'm like, hey, come check this out. And it's like we walked into a couple areas, and I'm like, dude, this reminds me of that video, like, what am I with Curtis beyond the bow.
yeah, Zabel.
Yeah, Zabel.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when we got down into this bottom, and I think it was his buddy that shot that just absolute giant.
Skyler.
Yep. And we got in there, and I was like, this is just like their video. Like this, I'm playing it in my head. I'm going to be in that tree. And Derek's like, what about this one over here? And then we're like thinking about the wind, and it's like, yeah, all right,
But
this
like
is going to
bouncing
work. But we're
ideas,
bouncing ideas. And then we give it to AP, and it's like, what do you think? And then Bo, and he's like, what do you think? And it's just that collaboration and just being a sponge. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Like that's the part of it that I just enjoy so much, is just like,
well, having it with people that are open-minded, have a growth mindset we talked about.
yeah,
That level of collaboration is very different. It's very constructive.
Yeah.
Because no one's saying like, no, I know, and that's the one. Everyone's like,
That's the key.
everyone's kind of like volleying this idea and playing around with it really quick, and like you're taking it all in and informing
Yeah.
a decision. That's a really good place to be.
and there's so many variables.
Yeah.
Like you could have the best setup in the world, and like the neighbor lets his dog out who starts chasing a deer, and all of a sudden or a coyote comes running through, like, or an airplane, or like in my video, like somebody lets off a firework and it spooks a deer. Like you don't know. Like so
You-
just
I've heard people say it, but you said it not that long ago that like hunting is one of the few things that you can put in like 100% of the correct effort in the correct
You
areas
never know it.
and still never
Have the validation.
get the reward.
Yeah.
You can never get it because that's just what it is. It's a wild animal, and there's wild circumstances.
and it requires luck.
Absolutely.
Like to say
I
like
love luck.
like yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good a million times. And some people are lucky, and I don't know. Just
I know we're gonna like Derek has mentioned that he's gonna do a dropping pins episode on this.
Yes.
Which I'm excited for. So I don't know that I expect you to get into like all of the various specifics here. Feel free to like weave in and out of that as you need to, but
For sure.
I don't know how the story is going to take shape. But how does your mind's eye see how this all unfolded, looking back at it in hindsight, and how does that contrast against what you had envisioned going into it?
So yeah, so Dave's hunt was awesome. Getting to be a part of that. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me come over. Like that was epic, and it's we're always just happy when somebody has success. Like we talk about that all the time, and it was really cool to see you pull out. I mean, that's a big, beautiful buck.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
that thing was
very
awesome.
pleased.
So I was all jacked up, and this cold front is swinging through, and like I
When
was
your
excited.
anniversary?
It was my anniversary weekend, so
I'm in
like
a lot of group text messages. I'm in different ones.
I
with
got
you
yelled at
specifically.
by a couple different friends for not going after that buck on Friday night, which was my
I was-
anniversary
just
night.
So Ashley knows, I wasn't one of them.
Eric was always a good steward. He's a good man. He's always looking out for the family. But Corey Gelhausen is a real troublemaker. But
It's a long season, buddy.
So-
Don't
so
burn it.
I'll dabble in some
I need to make
details.
sure your wife is always on my side. So like,
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Ashley loves you. So I knew I wasn't gonna be able to hunt Friday night. Thursday, volunteered to take the kids up. Ashley was like, "Well, I can do it after work. It's a little bit late." I was like, "Don't worry. I just spent the night with Dave. I was kind of hoping to hunt Thursday, but I was like, I'll take the kids up." So I took the kids up, met with the in-laws, dropped them off. Ashley and I got to hang out Friday after work. Took her to a nice dinner. It was really great. But in the back of my mind, I was like, "Babe, I'm hunting in the morning. Like, I gotta hunt in the morning." She was like, "She likes to sleep, I was like, "She's like, yeah, that'd be perfect. You go hunting."
I gave you a lot of credit. I was like, I don't know what their night entails,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Did you like?
to get to
Dude,
where
we're
I
not
know.
wild. We had a great dinner. We had some drinks at dinner. Got back. It was like 8:30. We watched a movie.
Went to
Chilled,
bed.
and it was like 9:30. And I was like, I'm getting tired. I was like, I got maybe 10 o'clock in me, but my alarm set pretty early for tomorrow. So like, we gotta like wrap her up
I
here.
gotta ask, what time?
Did I get up?
Yeah.
I left the house at 3:40 Saturday morning, so it was early.
Figured.
So you were,
You've done some early mornings with me up at the
Yeah.
cabin in the
but
Northwood.
it's season. You're rocked. You're locked and loaded most of the time. Like
I'm-
you probably prep too much
No,
to get out the door.
prepping was good. Done the night before.
Yeah.
Before Ashley got home from work that night, like I didn't have to pick up kids. She gets home at 5. I had 2 hours almost to like get my stuff ready. So my car was loaded. I had an idea in my head. The spot is kind of a cool spot because I found it 4 years ago. Scouted. It's one of the first areas I went to when I moved down here.
Ah.
I scouted this spot. It had tons of rubs in it when I scouted in the spring, like clusters of rubs, and I've always liked it. I never hunted it. I ran a camera.
Why haven't you hunted it till now? Is there a
To
particular
be honest,
reason?
it was challenging to hunt, and I didn't know what I needed to know about it. So I hung a camera, not last season, the season before, an SD camera back in there, tucked this camera in. The plan was to let it sit all season, collect intel on when bucks were in there. I knew bucks were in there, the rubs. Like there's a lot of rubs. So I knew they were in there, but I didn't know when. So I hung this camera. I went back in January, and it was gone. It was stolen.
Oh shit.
So I didn't get the intel. So I still didn't know like when I
So
needed.
other people are keyed into it a little bit.
Yeah,
It's not-
somebody else definitely. I mean,
it's not
absolutely.
exclusive public land.
It's not exclusive public land. I'm still looking for that you mentioned in the show. But this summer I went in July 20th. I just looked back at the pictures and I hung a cell cam in there, almost in the same tree I had the SD cam. And what it is there's like, it's all thick and bedding, but there's like a little cluster of trees, and then there's another cluster of trees 60 yards apart, and there's big bed in both of them. One of them has a couple beds, one of them has like one bed, but there's always rubs in both. And there's a little trail that cuts around. There's like a point of phragmites, and they just walk that edge and they go between. I hung a camera on that, and I got 3 nice bucks in velvet in August.
Mhm.
Just one day. They're in there. They're all daylight pictures because they're in the bedding area. 3 different bucks, not on the same day, different days, different winds. I checked all the wind and everything. The buck I shot ended up being one of those. Late August, he went in there on a 38-degree morning. He showed up the only time.
When did we have a 38-degree morning?
We had a real cold streak. Remember? And then it got hot again.
Oh yeah.
We had a cold streak where it was like 50s and 60s
Yep.
in August.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yep.
We got frost by the house.
And then it got weird because so I had these pictures, and then I didn't get any bucks on it. Got some does, and then Friday morning got a real nice wide 10-pointer with a couple stickers. He's 12 points, probably a beautiful 3-year-old. He's in there at 7 in the morning, walking by the camera, feeding. Goes into the one bedding area at 11. He walks by again, goes to the other bedding area, and I'm like, oh man, he's in there. Like, I know I could sneak in there and try to get him the night, but that was anniversary dinner, so we
Don't do that.
But in the morning, I was like, I need to get in there because like this is what I've been waiting for, to know that the bucks
And
are.
you kind of
in
know where
there.
they're coming from. You have some theories about that.
I had
to know they could
theories.
slip in
I had
in a way
theories.
that wouldn't bump them out of
Yep. So the wind was forecasted out of the northwest that morning. I came in from the east side, and I had to cross some nasty slough, little water stuff that I would have guessed would have been super dry. So like
Yeah,
I
you're
bought
right.
contractor bags. I couldn't find any of my waders. I think I threw them out because they had holes. So I bought some big contractor bags, 3mm. I read that, hey guys, use these, pack them in your pack, cross the creek. So I'm gonna cross the creek with these, and it's gonna be no problem.
That was so funny.
Well, I made it like 20 yards into like the grass, and all of a sudden there's
Filled
like
up.
3 inches of water, which I was wearing hiker boots because I thought it was gonna be dry till I get to this frickin' waterway. So I'm like, well, frick, like there's no point in bringing these stupid bags if like I have wet feet when I get to the creek. So I put the bags on,
Wet
and
feet
I'm
and
trying to
wet- and
carry
wet
my
balls are different things, though.
yes, but I was like, oh, I got to keep my boots dry. So like I tried tying the bags around my legs, and like I'm walking through frickin' fragmites with these bags dragging. I'm like, this is so
you're already
dumb.
thinking the sun's fucked.
I'm already like, okay, this moment. Like I literally am like, wow, what an Okayest Hunter. I'm like, literally, I'm like, wow, I'm so dumb. And I'm walking through this, and in the dark, you can't see anything. This shit's like way over my head, right? Everything is, but this was really over my head. And I'm like looking at the map, and I'm trying not to get too close. Finally, I get to the creek. I pull the bags up. I look at them. I'm like, these things have holes all over already. I got to go fast. So I start going, and I just start, water's coming in, and I'm like, it's not hard bottom because it's a slough, so it's all silty. So like I stumble, dunk my whole bow in, don't tip over, but both bags just fill with water. I tip over up to my belt. So I'm entirely soaked from the waist down, just not a dry spot on me. I make it to the other side, busting through the
And it's all
cattails.
loud, too, when you're going through this.
Oh,
kind of
it's so
water.
loud. It's so loud. There's a tiny bit of breeze, but not much. And I get to the other side, and I'm like, it's 32 degrees.
It was
It's
cold that
frost.
morning.
I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to walk back across that and go home at 4 a.m? Hell no, I'm going hunting. I was like, I'll sit as long as I can, but I'm going to go hunting. So I got back on the map. I made a loop through what I would consider really open grass. And then like most of the thick stuff was to the west of me. So the point was just stay as far away from that as possible. Because I imagine they were feeding, browsing, lingering in that until they come into the bedroom. So I went through the stuff that's like very monotonous, not variety of vegetation, all kind of the same shit.
But you're at that point, you're in like an open area. So
Wide open.
in any sort of daylight circumstance, there's no chance you're navigating through that or traversing through because you'd be picked out from a mile. Like you said, it's monotonous.
You could get through there potentially, if they were in the thick stuff and couldn't see. But there's a pretty good chance they could have a visual. So I make my loop and I come in straight. The wind ends up being more out of the west than forecasted. So I like walk in with the wind in my nose, and I've seen trees there before. So I had an idea where there was a couple trees, and I get there. I pick one that I think is going to work in the dark, and
Which is hard to do in the morning.
it's a
One of the
popple
reasons I
tree.
don't like morning hunting.
Yeah, it's a popple tree. So like
40 feet up.
there's
Yeah,
there's
you were in, like,
buckthorn.
a skyscraper,
There's
dude.
buckthorn up to like 12, 14 feet. And then it's a big tree. And then all of a sudden there's branches up at like 30 feet. I'm like, well, I can hang with the buckthorn cover and not be able to shoot over the buckthorn that's in front of it. Or I can go up to the branches, use the branches as cover, and then shoot over the buckthorn. I'm like, what? Why would I come back here if I can't freaking shoot? I need to shoot. I knew I needed to be able to shoot to where
These
my
are hard
camera was.
decisions for a lot of other hunters to like think through. Me being other hunters, I'm like, what do you do in this scenario?
Yeah, so I went as high as possible. I brought 5 sticks with 6 aiders. I only used.
What do you mean 6 aiders on 5 sticks?
So my bottom stick has a double aider, 2 aiders built in.
Oh,
So I
wow.
can hang the first one above my head, and then I'm up, and I'm stretching these suckers out. So like I'm pulling my leg up to get into the aider. So I'm up there pretty high. Hang the platform, jump in the saddle. I'm right up with the branches, so I feel like I'm blending in. And I'm also like, deer aren't probably looking up in the trees as long
I'm
as
not
I'm
looking
still.
past buckthorn.
I wore the frickin' leafy suit because it's all, aspen leaves. I wore the leafy suit. I got all settled in. I'm frickin' dripping water. I can hear the water dripping on the leaves before. I'm like, this is really stupid. And I got settled in. I failed to do any camera work because I was so pissed from being wet. Like I just put the camera on my bow and I just called it a day. And gets light. 10 minutes after light, all of a sudden I can hear something coming through the fragmites right into a little bedding pocket. And I'm getting pretty excited. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And deer coming, bow in hand. I'm like tucked up against the tree. I got the tree here, and all of a sudden I can hear antlers hitting branches. And I'm like, whew, game on. And the deer comes into this little pocket, and I can see the body. Showed you the video a little bit, and he starts rubbing. And I can just see the body, glimpses of antler, and I'm like, whatever that deer is, I'm shooting that deer. Like, that looks like a
Yeah,
big,
you don't need
that looks like
validation
a big
on
deer.
that.
Whatever
Right.
that is, if it steps out, I'm shooting. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, please don't bed down there, because he's like right where there's a bed usually.
You're gonna be stuck holding.
And I
all
was
day.
like, if that deer beds there, I have no shot. I'm wet. How long am I going to have to sit here for that deer to stand up? Like, am I going to freaking get hypothermia? Like, am I going to be able to make it?
Yeah.
it had to
and,
be a pretty hot day, so I think you would have been all right.
I would have been, well, yeah, it was a cold morning for a long time. But he makes the rub, and all of a sudden it's like crunch time. He stops rubbing, and he starts just looking around. I'm like, God, please come out. Please come out. And all of a sudden he just turns, and I'm like, freaking game on. So, like, I grab my bow, like,
when you
I
draw-
have
when
my
you
pin
draw
set.
back,
He's like 40, but I have my pin set to 24 because that's the only opening I have is if he comes on that trail that goes to my bedding area. And he comes behind this popple tree. I draw my bow back. He takes like 2 more steps, and then he does what we talk about, what big deer do. He just stops and stands. He's in this little open, and that's lip curled a little bit, smelled the air, looked around. He was just making sure it was safe before he came into this other bedding area.
but it wasn't safe.
No,
He
not
did
at
not.
all.
He did not know that, but
you duped
he
him.
stopped
Yeah.
and stood there for a while.
So you didn't have to.
And you're drawn back.
you
I
didn't
was
have
full
to-
draw, and so I'm looking at him, outside my peep sight, just watching him. Like, come on, 3 more steps, 3 more steps, and all of a sudden he sure as shit.
You
he
didn't have
just
to mat or anything.
lowers his head.
But
I
you're like,
did.
Did you from that height?
But he lowers his head.
What did he
and
do?
He
He's
takes
probably like, what in the
He-
world?
There, a crow?
he takes 3 steps, and he's quartering to me pretty hard. But I knew it was the only shot. He takes 1 more step. He's in the willows. I don't have a shot at him. So I knew it was now or there. I had already prepared. I'm going to put it right on the front shoulder and squeeze. And I give him a, and he just stops. And I see the light.
Did he look? And you're like, because when I made that sound, I start freaking the fuck out.
Oh, I did it, dude. I already in my head. I'm like, I'm talking to myself in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, make it so quiet. He just surveyed everything, so he thinks it's clear. He hears one noise, that deer's gonna stop.
Yep.
So in my head, it was like, be as quiet as possible. So I was like, burp. And he just, almost like he was like, what the? And then he had no time to think.
I didn't
like
know
up or
someone's
down.
in my living room.
Yeah. So I put it on the shoulder. I shot. First instinct was that that's going right into him. It's good. Arrow's like sticking out 8 inches. He wheels right back where he came from. He runs out this little line of willows. I'm watching him. All of a sudden, he gets to the point of the willows and he stops. And I'm like, okay, now I learned, like, does he go down or is he like one lung? He's going to go. He stopped for like half a second and took off. And then I lost him behind a big tree, like bushes. I couldn't see, but I was like, half second, that's good. Like, if he wasn't hurt, he would have surveyed the scene longer. So he's got to be hurt. So then I frickin' losing my shit. I'm like, I have no idea what he was, but he looked nice. He ran off. All of a sudden, I text the guys. You guys are all pumped. And Bo calls me, and I'm on the phone with Bo. And I'm like, oh my God, there's another buck. The buck from the trail camera's like 90 yards away. Or maybe I was talking to
You're
you.
talking to me,
I was
yeah,
talking to you. I'm like, oh my God, another buck. He's like 90 yards away. I'm like, I don't know. And then, trying to hold myself together and I'll still keep an eye on where he went. And eventually, after a little while, I climbed up higher in the tree with my extra stick. I was way up, but I could see over and I was watching that area. And as soon as I get up there, all of a sudden I see a buck stand up like 80, 90 yards from where I last saw him. And I'm like, oh my God, there he is. Trying to put my binoculars on him. They're all fogged up because it's like cold. And I'm like trying to clear them and look. All I can see is it's a really nice buck. And he lays back down. I'm like, I don't know if it's him or not him. So then I'm talking to like Dave and Bo, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if that's him or not him, or like, should I try sneaking up once the day winds kick in and try shooting him again? But what if it's not him and I shoot another buck? I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like sitting up there. I'm like, I'm just going to watch for a couple hours. You were at a funeral wake and
Yep.
you're like, dude, just wait for me. And I was like, good. I want to give him time. So I'll just sit here and watch. So I think I sat in there till like 9:30. Shot was at like 6:50. Sat in there till like 9:30. I got down. I snuck over. It was windy at that point. Snuck over to impact, found hair, walked about 6 or 7 yards, and there was pretty good blood. And I was not
There was
expecting
great blood
blood.
at the start.
I was not expecting blood because I didn't know if my arrow exited. So I was like, holy shit, I
Yeah.
think I got him. Like, I think he's dead.
Yeah, you told me the arrow's still in him.
Yep, arrow was still in him. So I didn't know that the arrow came out or not. High shoulder shot. If you don't get an exit, there's no blood usually
Right.
Yeah.
So
for a
far
long way.
drain. Yeah, yeah.
So I saw blood. I was excited. I felt reassured, and I just backed out. I just made a huge loop around, walked back across the creek, met you and Gregory volunteered to come at the gas station, and we went back in and picked up the trail, and the blood was all dry by then, so it was
so
already
hard to
see. Even where there was good blood, it was hard to see on the grass. And we started looking, and we barely could find anything. No tracks, barely any blood. Little speckles here and there.
So was Greg your cheerleader or were you his cheerleader? Because sometimes, like Greg's helped me track before.
We were all pretty serious.
He can be pretty like, I don't want to say pessimistic, pushing it too far, but he can lean towards the side of trying not to get your hopes up.
I don't know that he did that necessarily.
No, because we were tracking and then it kind of dried up. And then I started looping then. I was like, you guys stay here. I'm going to start looping and just.
Well, and while we were tracking, there's a lot of paths, not any huge trails, and there's beds all over in this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we're walking, we're trying to figure out which way this deer went, and I think I got it first, but all of a sudden I was like, I smelled something, but then I'm like, we're in a bedding area.
Yeah.
Like it could very well be any one of these beds. But then Greg thought he smelled something, and then you thought you smelled something.
Yep.
All at like slightly different times. Like,
When considering
Greg was like, I smell a deer.
Gut though, like that's a different smell.
Yeah.
Altogether.
And I don't even know if it
just
was that.
It was
if
just
it
like
was
a deer smell.
Like,
yeah.
But we all
I've
smelled it, and the wind was in our face, like
Yeah.
where we thought he was. So we're all like,
yeah,
we think he's up here. But yeah, you started doing some loops up ahead. We kind of lost Dave for a little bit. And then I was starting to get really dejected. I'm like, how in the hell are we going to know where he went? Like, you can't follow anything in this. And there's no blood. And Greg's like, hey, I got some blood back here. Because Greg did what was smart. And he looped back to the very last blood and started going again. And he and I are following a little bit of blood here, a little bit of blood there. And then all of a sudden, what did you say?
Yeah, I'm doing my loops. And all of a sudden, I'm walking up and I'm like, oh shit, there it is. And like I'm looking at it and I have his 360 camera and I'm looking at it and I can see it and I'm like, oh man, that's not a 2.5-year-old. This and so like all of a sudden I look at the camera and it's like shutting down in 5, 4, 3.
Battery.
So I'm like scrambling, I'm getting out my phone. So I'm like holding my phone. I'm like, hey Derek, I think I got blood. And he's like, you think you have blood? I'm like, yeah, I'm like 90% sure this is blood. Like,
dude, good
like,
for you.
like right in here. Like, yeah, just come look. Like, tell me what you think.
And Greg and I are on the trail where there's actual blood. And Dave's standing there.
Like, what?
Dave, what are you, like 40 yards away maybe?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that probably is his path. I was like, we're going to follow it up to you to make sure it is. And you're like, you should just probably come look. And I was like, are you holding your phone? And he's like, what? And I was like, don't fuck with me, Dave. Did you find him? And he's like, just come and look up here. There's blood. And I was like, don't fuck with me, Dave. Did you find him?
He's like, are you smiling?
I was like, you're smiling. You found him.
And yeah, I mean, that was just.
Is that what we do? Is that
Yeah.
because Greg did that shit to me with this one. He's like,
It's always fun.
he's like, I think I found some blood.
Yeah. Well, like part of me was just like emotionally, I want to freak out and be like, got him. But then I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to like play this off, but I'm not a good liar at all. Like I cannot lie because I start to laugh and smile. So I'm like trying to be discreet with my
So we
phone.
would probably be like really equal in poker.
Yeah, I can't play poker. I can't game bowl. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like 90% sure. Why don't you come take a peek? And yeah,
I lost it then. I was so relieved.
Oh my
Because we
gosh.
looked for a little while before.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we probably
I mean,
looked for, what, 45 minutes?
yeah, I was getting really worried.
yeah,
I walked
45
by
minutes,
the
hour?
deer twice.
Without seeing it.
Yeah, and when we walked in, because we had his contractor bags, and we were like, well, let's figure out, like, we'll leave the sled because we don't need to drag that along the whole time. So we put what were those tall, they weren't cattails, fragmites or whatever.
Fragmites.
So we put the bag over, and like, as I'm standing by the deer, I look over, and like from here to the wall is the bag. Like when we walked in, if we would have been 10 yards to the left, we would have walked right on top
Well,
of
and
the
I
deer.
purposely took us around. We should have just went straight. We would have found him. We would have walked
Yeah.
right into him. So he ended up going, I don't know how far from the shot do you think you went?
60.
60 yards.
Then it wouldn't be as good of a story.
So it ended up being a really good shot. And
I mean,
he was laying there, and he was bigger than I thought. I think he was bigger than any of us thought.
Well,
He
when
was
you're
really
40
nice.
feet in the air, you probably look pretty
Yeah,
small.
I mean, he looked nice. I didn't look at the rack. Once you decide he's a shooter, never look at the rack.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at the rack. I just knew when he was lip curling, like he looked like he had big, heavy beams. And I was like, I don't think that's the buck I had on the trail camera. I think this one was bigger. He's a nice, mature deer. A big deer.
yeah,
It's a big deer.
It was a very large deer. Like you executed it perfectly with the entrance to the stand going extremely high in the tree. Like
This is
It worked.
that quote that Scheffler said. He's like, I think his cameraman had asked him or something like, "Are you gonna, if it's big enough, are you gonna shoot?" He's like, "If the hunt gets me excited enough, I'm
Yeah.
gonna shoot it." And like when I was out yesterday, my cousin had asked me, he's like, would you have shot it? I was like, I would have shot the shit out of that thing. You know how excited I was? Like I was like so insane. I don't give a shit. Like I knew it was a deer. I was gonna shoot it.
I kept thinking back to the conversation we had with Jacob Sklenner about like, I told him that he was like, he's a super analytical engineer guy, right? So he's compiling trail cam data. And I told him, I was like, dude, that's really smart. I was like, but I'm dumb. I don't want to do that. Like, I have these outlandish ideas and I just like to try them and see if I can. And like, that's what this hunt did for me. I had the spot I found 4 years ago. I made like a guess, an assumption. And like, there was an element of like adventure or hardship falling in. Like, I just love that. Like, I love that stupid crap. Like, just like that hunt did a lot for me. Like, it checked all the boxes. It was cool. It was just like a cool thing. Like, made me very happy, very proud.
some people hunt for inches, some people hunt for thrills.
Yeah.
Like I fall in the
That's a
thrill category.
I got
like,
to see all three of you and Greg, like it was a friend. It was everything you could want.
Yeah, I was like, where are you going with the kids? I was like, don't worry about it. She's like,
To a
are
playground.
you going to see? I was like, yeah, but why you got to be what's the problem? It's fine.
Of course
We're
we
gonna
want to
go
see
a
it.
deer. Like, come on, it's gonna be a great time. And the kids, and I actually ended up really enjoying that morning with the kids.
Awesome.
Like, because they were like all playing together nicely. I was like, who are you? Are you even my kids? You getting along? I took a video of them throwing rocks together. I was like, they don't do that. This is great. What a great day. And then you showed up with a deer. I was like, this is amazing.
It was a great day.
So,
and
it
you've
was
shot a
cool.
lot of deer. I mean, I think that's your second coolest behind the one that's like 180 that you shot from the ground. But this one
This one's
is
cool.
so unique. And the fact that you shot it where you did, it's like unthinkable. Like people would be like, yeah, right. And
Like my house at 3 in the morning, drove
Yeah.
an hour
Yeah.
south.
And we were thinking about bringing like something to travel on to get back there.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't.
No, that would have been
No,
worse.
What do you
Really?
mean? What do you mean?
Like a canoe potentially or like
Oh.
I was trying to
kayaks.
figure out
I
because
do that too.
the walk in there was wet and like
No one else
hummocks.
want to deal with that?
Well, I was like, dragging a deer out over this is gonna be horrible. So if we can figure out a way to use the water to get
Out.
shave off 300, 400 yards, like 300, 400 yards, dragging a 200-pound deer is a long ways. But I was like, it just wasn't gonna work. Like it just wasn't. I just think it would have been hard.
It would've been more
But man, I
effort.
tell you what, I don't know that I've been that exhaust dragging. Like that day just kicked my ass because I shot it right away. I was
Oh.
wet, I was cold, sat in that tree.
The emotional.
Then my nerves from 7 a.m. to when we found that sucker, like I was like diarrhea crapping in my pants. My nerves were so bad. Like I was so worn out that when we started dragging that thing, like my body was just
Did
like,
they weigh it?
no.
What
we
did you do when you
we
got
did not weigh
home,
it.
dude? Like, did
I
you,
asked the processing guy, because I asked if he had a scale and he said he didn't. And I was like, well, you see a lot of deer, right? He's like, yeah, my dad owns this place. I've been doing this since I was 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you think he's over 200? And he was like, yeah.
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 I mean, that was a
So-
really big deer. I mean, the rack was massive.
Did you guys take a picture with you laying next to it?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see it.
Oh, you didn't get to see it?
No.
It
I
was
didn't
incredible.
send it. It's pretty funny looking, dude.
The image of it laying in the grass with only part of its rack.
Dude, I didn't see this. This is amazing. This is
Yeah.
the album cover. Oh my god. Jeez. dude.
Definitely outweighed me.
Like,
you could have been
my daughter said so. My kids saw the deer. You were there.
yeah.
And my daughter's like, if that deer ate people, she's like, I know they don't eat people. If it could, it would have eaten Derek.
Yeah.
Logan
Like,
said
yeah.
that? Oh, it could have.
Like the Revenant, like you could have cut it open and crawled inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, and it was kind of cool that like I didn't think I had a single picture of that deer, and then I went back
Yeah.
and like one in August, and
It'd have
then
been cool if you didn't though.
the core like what I told bow in there, and you guys was like the court. I don't pattern deer. I don't believe in patterning. Like I don't think it's possible on a lot of these spots.
Had an area
But that deer showed up on that camera in the morning at like 6:58 on a sub 40-degree morning, and then the morning I killed him was a sub 40-degree morning, and he was in there before 7. So I was like, I have no idea if that's something, but like there's 2 data points, and it doesn't really matter because he's dead. So. Yeah, it was really cool. I was very grateful to have the help and Dave.
The data point.
And it was Dave's birthday.
Yeah.
So I was like, sorry for making you suffer on your birthday.
39.
39. Yeah, it's a hard drag at 39.
Oh man.
Thank God he's in good shape because I was just dying, dude.
You're in pretty good shape too. My summer I make in really good shape in summer, and then it just like starts to tail off, and I would have suffered on that with you.
It was more mental though. Like just like I didn't shoot the deer, but like emotionally, like I'm going through it because he's like, this is a good shot. Like I put a good shot on it, and the blood immediately was fantastic. And then it's like it dries up, and it's like.
Well, I knew you guys like believe me. Like I could tell Greg, like when I told him it was good, and I think I got him.
Greg knows you're a killer.
Like Greg knew it, but like that's hard to believe in it after an hour when you don't find anything. Like it's just.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so why did it dry up? What happened? Do you think?
I know exactly what happened. So my arrow exited. It didn't obviously pass through.
Guts plugged the hole.
But they exited super low, almost by his nutsack. And I think the first 2 bounds, blood was spilling out like crazy. I mean, liver, lung. I mean, it was destroyed inside. But I think after a couple bounds, the guts, he didn't have a lot of guts hanging out, but there was a little bit of gut matter coming out the hole. I think it just plugged it up.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it never filled up the diaphragm.
He died.
All the blood was in the back, by the guts, in the liver and all that. So I think he died in seconds.
Yeah,
we just didn't find any blood.
Yeah, he was toast.
That's so hard because there's a good chance you could have not found him that way. Like you almost got a grid search the area, or get the drone guy or whatever. Then you're drawing a bunch of attention. There's a fucking drone in the air. Like
exactly.
You almost want them kind of at night instead, just in case.
Yeah, there was definitely youth hunters in the area, which was nice about giving it time too. Is like you going in the morning or you going in the evening, you're probably messing up somebody's hunt on public land. Like we went in at noon. Which I thought was good. Like, put your orange on.
Kids are taking lunch.
Probably knowing in the woods at noon, or your odds of messing them up are way less. So that was another good thing I thought.
I was way more comfortable going in at noon. Granted, we had orange hats on, but it's like, man, public land, people get excited.
Well, especially in that grassy shit.
Yeah, they
you
see
making
a little
some
piece
noise,
of brown.
and all of a sudden the gun goes. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a really fun week. And then Matt shot a freaking giant buck too.
Yeah, we got to get Matty on.
Matt Strime shot a beauty, and man, it was just
the mass on that thing.
It's just a wild day.
So when you got to the deer and you did, you cut them open and cut them, all that stuff. Was there just pools of blood that just spilled out? That's hard. That's tough. I think a lot of my shots have been high where I've had that particular issue where it like pools up in there and doesn't come out, and then tracking gets to be like, what?
Yeah, what do you do?
You heard me last year, sheer panic because I knew what had happened.
You said it in the beginning on your deer,
man.
Bottom third.
Yeah, that's
aim low,
always
halfway line or lower. Dave's deer ducked into the arrow perfectly.
Yeah, that worked out really well for you.
It worked.
I was like, either you're insanely smart or you're also pretty damn lucky.
I'm not smart, very lucky.
But shooting low is always better than shooting high.
Because I've lost deer. I've had friends lose deer. I mean, they aim center mass behind the shoulder, like you see on all the videos, and then that deer drops, and a lot of times they'll give a little turn, and you miss spine, and it's a high shot.
Even high single lung. Sometimes they can
go for a long time.
Yeah.
But that bottom third, if you can focus on that.
I got this is a weird thing, but like I need to think about my thoughts before I say them out loud.
Why?
Lots of reasons. I have boxers for dogs. They have huge chests. Like the boxers just all chest. But I look at my dogs and I'm like thinking about deer anatomy. And I'm like, those fucking organs are way lower than you would think.
Yeah.
And that's like a good reminder for me on a daily basis, seeing my brown dogs running around.
Well, I mean, think about how big the cavity is, right? On like a chest. Yeah. And remember, gravity's playing its part in our head. I feel like they're just floating in there because it's like a target. But like everything's pulled down by even when they're exhaling, it's not just staying where it is. as everything gets smaller, it's
Yep.
going down in the cavity.
Mhm.
So everything is going down. That bottom third is where all the stuff is, and it's where all your blood is
Yep.
for a tracking job.
That's good to know. And these are the things I need to be thinking about.
And I'm sure people are
Selfishly,
wondering.
I'm just trying to just milk everything I can
Oh,
from this. I'm
Jacob's
just milking you
gonna-
guys here.
You're a joker. You're a joker. Dave and I are both using 3-blade expandables
Yep.
also.
You
Which,
get- what is it? Mega Meat? Is that what you're using?
so you're
yeah,
using,
I had a Mega Meat on.
I've been using the Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper.
I used the smaller diameter Grim Reapers, so like they make like a giant one. I still want penetration, so I use like the smaller one. But that blade has never done me wrong yet. So killed
Wow.
everything. That's it.
Yeah, I've shot him with the dead meat and the Mega Meat, and I think I have half my quiver's dead meat, half of it's Mega Meat, and it's just kind of whatever one I pull. I think it was a Mega Meat, but I used to shoot like your 2-blade expandable, and I don't know, it just creates like that flap. And I know a lot of people will be like,
Mm.
"Nope, I have great luck with it," and they do. But in my experience, 3 blades cuts way more flesh than 2, and the blood trails have backed that up. Besides the first 20 yards of mine.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done the single bevel or the whatever
The 2-blades single bevel.
pass throughs, vitals.
Yeah.
No deer found. I'm like, what is going on? You know, so I've twice now that's happened to me, and I just feel like the heck. This guy was a 3-blade fixed or 3-blade fixed, which I have now. It's the contact archery, which was formerly method, formerly
yep.
vector. So that was a success. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, okay, that one was a bullshit luck in femoral
I
artery.
think a lot of it too is the whatever you're most confident in, truly.
yeah.
Like fixed or mechanical, pick your poison.
I'm willing to try new stuff. I'm open to it, but I'm not shot enough to like have enough data to tell me like what I should know.
Well, like you said, what you're confident in, know the limitations of what
Yeah.
you're shooting. So
Like,
like
I'm not going to shoot through a shoulder.
you just did last night, you were hunting on the ground.
Mhm.
I have fixed blade heads, 2-blade single bevels
Take you
in my
through that
quiver,
shit, yeah.
so that if I am on the ground, like I'm putting that on. Because if I'm getting a frontal shot, I
You do.
don't really want to send a 3-blade expandable into the frickin' brisket, but I'll send a single bevel into there and see what happens.
Yeah, especially if you have any grass or anything.
So knowing what your head can do in different
Yeah.
situations, or what at least you think it can do, like play to the strength of what
Yeah.
you're doing.
That's cool. I can't believe how high you were in the tree, man. I've never even taken a shot of that.
I'm always high in the tree, bro. Sorry.
I don't like-
recommend getting too high in the tree
Yeah.
in both of those meetings.
I guess I never thought I really hunted that high, but everybody
my
says I hunt
gosh.
really, really high.
Lee Ellis hunts really high in the tree though too. I've
Man,
noticed.
scent
way up.
and
He's
sound
like
and
scent and they
visual.
never see
Just
me.
get it out of
Oh,
there.
man.
Like death from above, I guess.
When we were hunting that public, you're like, yeah, there's a good spot on the backside of this bean field, but the tree, you're going to have to go like 30 feet up.
He's
And
done
I'm
that to
like,
me too. He's
and I'm
"You
like,
better
yeah,
bring
that's
some
not
extra
happening.
sticks." He's like,
Like,
bring 2 extra sticks to this one hunt. You got to give the Bubba this buckthorn. I was like, bro, I'm like got my 3, and then I'm carrying 2 extras.
yeah,
And I was like, this is awkward.
I
for
like
me.
3 to 4 sticks up.
I have 4 of the latitude carvers, which are smaller sticks.
Mhm.
4 of those seem to do the job for me.
When I shot that one in the ground in Illinois, and then my stand was still up, and Bo was trying to rattle in the other buck that came
That's
in for his. I was like, dude, I got rattling antlers up in my tree. Go grab them, because it's like 90 yards away. I'm like,
Yeah.
just sneak around here. Bo like told me later, he's like, yeah, I got a nosebleed climbing up your tree. And I was like, did you really? He's like, no, but like how high are you? And I was like, oh, was it that high? And he's like, dude, he's like,
And Bo's like,
he's like, I
"Why?"
could see
Like,
the next
Yeah.
county
Jesus,
from up
Derek,
there.
like, you have little legs. How are you even getting that high?
Dude, I'm a monkey, bro. Worked on the
Yeah.
rock climbing wall for 4 years, Camp Walden, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, I like climbing.
Well, but I filmed you,
I climbed
In
even higher to
Illinois,
see. Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go up here. I'm like, yeah, I'll be like 2 sticks below you. Like, it'll be fine. Like,
Not
Why is it
always.
filmed
I'm not
I was
this?
like filming him. I'm like, how you doing up there, buddy? You're really high up.
I'm
like-
not always that high, but mostly I am.
2 to 3.
You're just swaying in the tree on a windy day. Like,
Oh, for sure. It's fun. You don't get bored.
how do you get your shot right when the wind's blowing?
Just play
you?
the
Like,
wind.
It's a lot of timing.
Yeah.
That's why I got the 6 arrow quiver.
Because you have actually hunted a little bit higher than probably I would normally. Like I've tried to do that. What is this bug, dude? I feel like they're just aliens recording us. They're just right in front of your fucking face.
They like what they
What do we
see.
do? What do we do? Why are you right in front of my face all the time? The mosquitoes were pretty bad last night.
Dude, pass me the other one. Eric's way ahead of me. You don't want this one?
No,
I'm saving it
once
for you.
Once you
These
have
ones
it.
are pretty strong. Oh,
What are these ones?
juice force.
The
Oh,
IPA.
oh,
I want to get you, Dave.
That tastes
Be all
nice.
jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, dude. So you shot the big buck. We got some bucks down. We got Illinois coming up, so now
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
devote some effort to there. We don't have to worry about what's going on here.
And I was supposed to be down there
He was going to go down this past weekend.
this past weekend, and then
It's their youth season.
Are you guys staying with Bo, or are you staying in your car? What are
We
you
got
doing?
a camper today.
Yes.
Bo picked it. We're chipping in on a camper.
Really?
Yep. So we're gonna.
pop up
like
camper.
an
Bo-
Airbnb type scenario.
No,
You
like Bo bought
one?
it. Bo bought it on Facebook Marketplace or something, and we're gonna haul it down there. It sleeps like 4. So me, AP, Dave, and Bo are gonna have the old hunting bungalow.
We got to figure out how
I'm
to heat it.
really jealous.
Dude,
of
I think
guys.
4 guys in there talking
Get one
deer,
of those little
drinking
ice-
whiskey.
get
It'll be
those.
plenty
Yeah.
hot. It'll be plenty hot.
I don't like the cold, man.
We're going down November. We got like 7th through the 13th.
Oh, that's prime time right here.
It's gonna be prime time people.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So the trick is gonna be finding the crease.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'll just follow Dave.
And I was going to go down their opening weekend,
Mhm.
and then it was just like, I think it was every time we go to
It's
Illinois,
hot.
it's
It's hot.
98 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was like 92,
It's not
and I'm
gonna
like,
that's not functional, dude.
I'm not going to go.
Well, it's tough. It's tough because we hung a bunch of cameras down there, and you had some cameras that were just,
Exploding.
I mean, freaking bucks hitting these scrapes, big bucks. But then you brought up the point of like when it was 90 degrees, how many of them were hitting the
Yeah.
scrapes?
So I started
None.
like
They weren't
filtering it.
doing it when it was.
No,
hot. Of course they weren't.
I've
So
always
like,
thought like if I was a deer with a big fur coat, I wouldn't want to be on that shit either.
hell no.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no chance.
Yeah. So was supposed to go down opening weekend. And I was like, you know what? I'll stay home. Go down the following, my birthday weekend. It'll be great. Illinois birthday. Well, I screwed up and I forgot it was youth season. In the particular area we're in, you can't hunt during the youth season. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to stay home. But
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness that happened because I was able to be with you for your buck,
Which is pretty sweet.
you know.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know if I would have hunted as hard as I was going to hunt that week leading up to it because there's a lot of prep work that goes into it. But yeah, I'd like to get down there. I can't this weekend. We have trick or treat the following weekend. So yeah,
It's a big deal for our household. I
Yeah.
can't, I can't,
Yep,
I
yep.
can't miss that.
In the last 2 years, I've missed trick or treating because we've been down there. So
We're going
But
later.
once you get past it, you should be like, I have my anniversary is tomorrow.
oh, congratulations!
anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, 9 years. Then
Happy anniversary, Holly.
Then my wife's birthday is the following weekend, which
Oh.
I've mixed those dates up actually in the past.
Just important date. I don't know which one they go
They're
to.
both equally important.
They're important.
There's literally one year where like we roll over in bed and someone like messages her happy birthday. I'm like, what are they talking about? It's not your birthday. That was last week. And she's like, that was our anniversary.
You're like, I was
like-
just joking.
I was like, no.
Oh shoot!
She's like, you're a freaking idiot. I was like, yeah, I know.
It's a hard time of
I
year.
thought I was dead right. But so like, and then Halloween is like Dane's favorite holiday.
Oh, yeah.
ever.
Dane, that's like Dane's favorite
So
anything,
I can't-
right?
I
Like,
can't miss. So it's like once we clear September birthday month for all 3 kids, anniversary and birthday for my wife, Halloween for the kids. November
You're
is
off
like,
and running.
I'm like, let's fucking go. And
Yeah.
the first
I think this
2
is
weeks of
great.
November, like I'm hunting. I'm hunting. So like, am I a rut hunter? Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I am by
but you're-
default,
Yeah,
actually.
like your
more than
calendar
anything.
falls that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're October lull hunters.
yeah. The October lull.
So knowing what I know from like what I just even like my little like one anecdote from yesterday, I've been doing this stuff for a little while now. Like I've been trying that out a couple of times. This is the first time it actually like panned out in a major way. And October lull, you just got to go where they are.
Yeah.
You got to get to them. There's no lull. You just got to go where they are. Like what you just did. Look what you just did. Look what happened to me. Like they're there. The deer are still out there doing deer stuff.
I think there's obviously a shift with crops. End of September
All the
into
crops are getting
October,
picked right now. Yeah.
crops are getting picked. Acorns, if they were dropping early, they're getting eaten up.
That one oak that we found is done.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is.
And it
There's probably no
turkeys,
deer on that. You
nothing.
could believe that camera. You probably won't have another deer on there
There's
for the
a
rest of
doe
the year.
this morning. That was about it.
yeah. So I mean, there's just a shift, but like with that food plot, I would have nice bucks in it, but they're not getting there till 7:45, 8 o'clock. So it's like, I know they're in a pretty close proximity. It's just like, where are they? And then that's where just jumping on the map and finding those little pockets, and then kind of hunting where, if you're with other people, it's like, well, they've been hunting, like set up off of them, like use them. And that's kind of what we found in Illinois is like, we're hunting deer, but we're also hunting hunters.
The pressure's so thick. I got a guy.
It's unbelievable.
Like Colton was on the podcast. I work with him. He's a young dude.
Yeah,
Cool dude. He's not from here. He's here, and he's like, dude, this is so different than where I used to hunt down south. And he's like, this is just not the same. But everywhere he's picking out, he's showing me on the map. I'm like, pressured AF, pressured AF, pressure. He's like, dude, there's cameras, people, camera. He's like, I can't. Where do I go? I was like, good luck, dude.
I have an answer for him. I told my dad this because he's going up hunting this week. He's like, I don't really know where I need to be right now. And it all comes back to, and we've said this for years. You've heard me say this. But this is where it is mid-October, the lull, right? You sent me the video when you saw the 6-pointer with forkhorn.
Yep.
And you're like, dude, I'm in the bedroom. And I told the guys, I was like, dude, Dave's killing a buck tonight. I am 100% certain of it. You were sitting in green swale grass.
Yeah.
Canary grass.
There's that.
The green.
The shift is happening
with
with foliage.
I saw 6 bucks the morning I shot mine. They were not in the oak timber. They were not in the woods. They were in the grass, the green grass, like where you find like that long green grass mixed with like the yellow stuff. That's where they are right now.
That's where the deer was last.
All I could think about was, man, I bet you it looks phenomenal in the oaks right over there, like 500 yards away. I bet you it looks fantastic in there. Deer sign, deer shit. They're all out here.
Yeah.
They are in the freaking grass during the lull. That's where they are. In October, they're in, find green grass wherever you are. Go find green swampy grass. Check it out.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, if you think about it, all summer they browse. You know what I mean? Deer's diet. I mean, you can have tons of food plots and people that can bake and bait, but like a deer eats a lot of green. And right now is the transition. It's getting cold. We're getting frost. So what was green 3 weeks ago is no longer green.
Yep.
So, but grass is holding up. Grass is green. People's food plots are going to start probably lighting up here pretty darn quick.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure in the next week or two, food plots are going to hit hard.
Yeah.
If you can find areas that have green natural browse with an abundance of different natural plants, you're in it, dude.
That's where buckthorn, I mean, they hold their leaves forever.
Deer love those.
And they love them.
Especially you get to an area where there's just a couple different types of vegetation around. But
yeah,
you know it, dude. You know it.
Man.
You know it. So you excited for Illinois?
Yeah.
I wish you could get down there and hunt a little bit early, but I think it'll be our. I don't know what to think about our rutcation. I'm excited
you haven't
for
found
it.
my Apple AirTag yet, have you?
No, why?
Okay, because I hid one in your truck. You'll see me. I'm gonna pop out when you get out of the car. I'll be like, "Hey, thought I'd just come visit." No, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the camera. I mean, if you could hunt at 2:00 in the morning, we'd clean house. I mean, there's bucks.
Stop telling everybody your secret.
My secret. But yeah, I mean,
get the spotlight out and you kill everything.
Every time the temperature drops, right before dark, they're hitting the scrapes. So I'm looking forward to it. The one camera died by those 2 big beds. So I'm really curious.
That one died. Just bad signal, or you think it was working too hard?
I don't know. But that big, tight freakazoid, he showed up last night up on top behind the CRP.
Really?
Yeah, like one came through at 11, then came back through at 2.
That guy's cool.
He's really cool. This is the 2nd year with him now.
Yeah.
So he's smart. I don't know if
that's a big body deer too.
Huge. He's a tank.
Ah, man. Already thinking about bucks.
Well, good thing you got more tags in Illinois. That's actually a pretty cool thing. You kind of like, it's all bonus.
Yeah, well, it's like now we get a couple weeks of just like be really good dads during hunting season. You know, like
this is just such a fun time of year.
Oh, just getting the text from buddies and like, you know,
Well, dude, you hear me calling you after every 2. You're probably like, Jesus, man, like.
No, I want to hear it, dude. Tell me it all.
I gotta tell Derek about this. Like I'm freaking out. You know?
But dude, the best part is every experience you're having, you're like making huge like gains,
leaps and
like,
bounds. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
you're
like learn a new topic and you just like. I feel like we're probably all a little bit. A lot of people probably are similar to this, but you just can't wait to like your thirst for knowledge is so rich. You're like, I just want to. I want to do nothing but this. That's deer hunting in general, but like right now, all I want to do is go do that again so I can like get it down. Because I didn't know how to act in that moment. I was like, oh, because once it starts to happen, it happens right then. Like you don't get a choice.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, your situation's very unique.
I can promise you.
I don't know. Like, I mean, being in a tree, like there's a process, but like what you were doing is like so unorthodox that like
It was a running.
I don't know if you can be right. I mean, if it works, you're right. But if it doesn't,
then
you got real close.
Well, I was gonna say like you didn't draw your bow last night, but you wish you would have.
Right here,
but I bet you next time when you hear it, you're gonna draw your bow. Then it might either work out perfect, or you'd be like, "Well, frick, I held it for 3.5 minutes, and then I let down, and the fricker ran away." Like you never know what they're gonna do, right?
It's like the coolest
all you
thing
can
I've
do
ever
is make
heard
you
of.
guess. Make you guess.
Made me really think about going to a longbow. Oh, you don't need to be proficient at 20 yards. You need to be proficient at
2
sub 10. And at that point, it's pretty easy. I was like, well, I guess you got a point there. You just point and shoot. You know, like,
simplifying at close range definitely
and that thing
helps.
is really light to carry out.
Peep sights at 3 yards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
That's like getting all brown in your scope. And
25 was beautiful. I was like, if I could just get every deer walking at 25 years.
Insane.
25 years, 25 yards.
What do you even think that like was? That was like a 30-degree slope?
It was steep.
Yeah.
It was pretty steep.
Super steep.
It's pretty steep.
That's right. 30 degrees is pretty tight. If I'm thinking about like a straight line. That's
but
like,
I think that's what it had to be. If I had been 5 feet lower, I don't think I could have got a shot. So I could have made all the right moves.
Yeah.
If I was 5 feet lower, I'd have been like, could see the top of his back and his rack walk by, no shot. So I knew I didn't want that to happen.
Like you're basically right above him. At what point do you just spine the damn thing from some
spine him and follow it up?
Like, geez.
That's not a bad. I would do that.
Okay.
If I had that, that's what I would do.
But again, killer mentality. Yeah. You're a killer mentality. I'm more like
you take the shot you get.
I can always go back to the moment.
Shoot or shoot, right?
Shoot or shoot.
I can always go back to the moment I saw my first deer ever in the Nicolay, and instead of picking up a gun, I picked up a walkie-talkie. Told my dad there's a deer there. My dad's like, "Why didn't you just pick up the gun and shoot it?" I don't know, Dad. I didn't know what to do. Like that's me in a nutshell. Because I'm still doing that shit at 39 years old. I'm still basically picking up the walkie-talkie.
I mean, I'm way more careful with the bow, obviously, because it's just way more finicky. But like gun hunting, man, I grew up reading all the Benoit stuff, and the Benoits, man, on their videos, I got all their videos, read all their books. They're like the oldest guy, Lanny. He's like, sometimes I got to get one in him just to slow him down.
Oh, sure.
But I'm going to kill that deer. And I'm going to do everything I can. But he's like, sometimes I got to slow them down because they keep bumping. They're trackers, right? So he's like, you take the shot you're given or you're not going to get the deer.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite kills that I've ever had. I've killed a shit ton of deer with my gun, which I think you should. Like, it's a gun. You can hit a lot further. But I remember I was hunting this area where we go now, and I've been going for like a decade. My buddy comes over to talk to me. He's new to hunting. It's the first I ever brought him with. So he's a new hunter. He comes over, yeah, I'm not really seeing much, yeah, me neither. And as he's walking back to his spot, I see movement, and there's this tree leaning up against my tree, a pine. I wrap my arm through the strap, rest the barrel on the leaning tree, moving deer. This doe's moving. Racking it around so fast, I felt like a sniper.
Yeah.
It was like the best feeling in the world.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm looking through the scope, and she's gone. I was like, where'd she go?
Was there a deer?
Missed her.
What did
I hit her
Sasquatch?
in the heart. She dropped right there. You get there, and you talk about seeing the spray. Dude, like the tree behind her was, I was like, oh, dude, I sniped her.
Hell of a shot.
One. I was like, that's a 90-yard shot. I felt like amazing. And that was the first kill I ever got with my 700 bolt action. It was incredible.
I'm envious.
That was a killer. I was a killer in that moment.
That can shoot guns. Like, I struggle. Like, I don't know if it's the kick that freaks me out, but like, even Kyla, she's like, yeah, just put the scope on it and shoot it. And it's like, it's not easy for me. Like, I don't know. I'm not good with a gun. I missed. It's hard to
go with
like,
the bow, though. That's the I was.
I was gonna say most people are bad with the gun, really bad with the bow. You're like pretty good with the gun, but you're like really freaking good with the bow.
I'm more confident at 50 yards with my bow than I am with a gun.
Mm-hmm. Do you bring your bow gun hunting?
I have.
He has.
I have.
Like not even brought a gun. You know, some people bring both. He's like, I'm not gonna bring. I'm waiting. He's like, in this spot,
I couldn't.
I can
handle
only
those.
shoot
That-
like
that's a
50,
decision I
so he
couldn't
brings
make.
his bow.
That's
But
funny.
like I mean,
But
I
you're
had
freaking
I had
deadly
a
with
really
your
good
bow.
buck at 80 yards, and I screwed up. I wounded him, and like people, they're like, "How far was it?" And I'm like 80, and they're like,
Okay.
"What?" But like there was some sun glare, so that's gonna play a little part into it. But like I don't know, I'm envious of people that are like dead eyes, like my buddy Blake. You like guys that and like you just being able to pull the gun up and shoot.
Mhm.
Like man, like I don't know, maybe I just don't shoot a gun enough. But like I don't know, could never shoot one growing up in the backyard. So or it was like a pellet gun,
Mhm.
but you could always shoot archery equipment. So it's always just like. Oh,
Bow.
shoot the bow, shoot the bow, shoot the bow, shoot the bow,
Yeah,
shoot the
that's
bow.
a good point.
But like, I don't know. I got to practice with the gun a lot more because like
you got a trad bow, but you don't shooting like much now.
I've got a
You-
couple.
You?
I have one. Yeah, I just got one. My buddy Darren was cleaning out a house and he gave me. I don't know what brand it is.
Probably doesn't matter.
It's not a bear, but I got to get a string for it. But yeah, I mean, I want to tinker around with it. It's a
I
lot
really
of
wanted
fun.
to. I grew up shoot. My dad had one in the garage, and I would always just go fuck around the backyard and shoot the trad bow, and I loved it, dude. I can still like get there in my mind really quick. Like I remember being a really good instinctual shooter.
My favorite part about trad bows, and this is what Zill and I used to do, is literally just stump shooting. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
just
yeah.
grab your quiver, put some of those judo points
The
on
judo, yeah,
with
they-
like the
yep.
spring tips or
Mhm.
whatever. Go deer scouting in the winter, and just go stump shooting.
Yep.
Pick stuff out, shoot at it. Just walk like as you're. That's so fun, and it just hones you, and that's a really fun thing.
Mhm.
My dad once found a shed because I was stump shooting with my recurve bow.
Really?
That's
I
awesome.
shot an arrow out up in the cabin, up in the Nicolay. Shot this arrow out. I don't remember what I was shooting at. I shot, and it went way. We must have been shooting at pine cones or some shit. He's like, "I'll go get it." I had a big flu arrow. It's
Yep.
laying out like in a grass opening. He's like, "Oh shit! There's a shed right next to it.
That's
Big freaking 4-point
Yeah, I was
shed."
aiming for that.
I was like, "That's mine." He's like, "No, it's not."
When we were shooting at your cabin when those bears came out and we had to take
Oh
off running.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're shooting right next to his cabin and like we're just bombing flus and then all of a sudden like I look on the road and I'm like, Derek, what is that? And two cubs run out onto the road.
Little
and then
bitty ones.
Little babies, and then they start running at us. And I'm like, oh no. And then all of a sudden out of the bush, here comes mom, and she's on a full tilt chasing the cubs who are chasing us. And like we dropped our bows and just made a dead sprint for the cabin and like slammed the door. And
Oh
like
my
I think we
God.
both ran and hid in the bathroom. I think we were like sophomores or juniors in college. We're like, oh my God, we're gonna get eaten by a bear.
Good times.
Oh, that was
Definitely
fun.
possible.
So get out there and go stump shooting.
Those are your
Away
Yeah,
from
hopefully this
bears.
episode got everybody like invigorated, motivated, excited, and just enthused to
Yeah.
get out there. And it's good stories, and I'm excited to hear like the tactical breakdown of all this too. I know we got a little bit of that, but just your thought process on stuff is pretty unique. Derek.
Thanks, dude.
So-
I don't-
Next level.
I don't know that it is, but thank you.
That's what people that are good at stuff say. They don't realize it.
You're very humble, but yeah, there's a method to the madness.
Pick something really dumb and then go do it,
Hope it works.
and then it'll work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to that too. Some
Maybe
people
it'll-
don't know how dumb it is, though. Yeah, good stuff.
It's only
And
dumb
thanks
if
for
it doesn't
coming out
work.
here tonight.
No,
How-
I
Yeah, dude. Thanks
appreciate
for coming and telling your story.
How far
This
is your
a lot.
drive?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, so it's not bad at all.
Okay, you found it all right. You came in
Yeah.
the right door. Like,
Yeah.
that's good. To
I
know.
saw like when I pulled in, I saw his car and I was like, well, I think it's here because Derek's car's here.
Yeah,
And then I saw my phone. He's like, yeah, the sliding door. I'm like, oh, okay.
there you go.
All right, we're good.
That's cool. We had
Yeah, you guys got a great place. This is really, really
it's-
awesome.
it's neat. It was cool having everyone here last week on Wednesday when you were hunting.
Yeah,
We had 25 people here,
that's cool.
which I feel like this place
Filled
made
up.
more sense when we had a lot of human bodies here.
Yeah.
It was really cool to everyone just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I was excited to come and chit chat with everybody because we had kind of had some plans, but I called Eric
Yeah.
and I was like, "Dude, Dave shot a buck. I'm going to help him." And he's like, "Dude, go, just freaking go!" Like,
I
So-
really, really appreciated that.
it was a lot of
That
fun.
was
Congrats again, buddy.
Stuff matters.
Awesome week.
Good job, guys. Way to
Hey,
go.
thanks,
Thank
bud.
you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
show us
bud.
it can be done. Appreciate it. Well, with that, we'll end the show. I don't think I have too many announcements other than like our episodic, our Okayest Hunter show is like airing episodes weekly right now. I think we're gonna try to do 2 to 3 episodes a week. There's 10 episodes to get through. Next up is your recovery from last season,
Sweet.
2024 bucks. So, it's just all the recovery. So there's a lot of just bullshitting and dragging it out and all that stuff. So I don't want to promise people anything more than what it is. It's not. Getting camera set up is a pain in the dick.
There's no kill
It
shot.
doesn't always work
Once
out.
again.
Like prioritizing getting the deer over getting
Yeah.
to kill the deer on camera is how you should.
I am a
prioritize.
hunter far before I am a
Yeah.
videographer.
Yeah. So I just say that out loud to people if you happen
Yeah.
to hear this episode. And then I got to talk to you about 2 things post. I'm saying it out loud, so remember. One of them being the print behind you. And the other's a different topic, but I want to talk to you about that for a November thing.
Cool.
So stay tuned. If you, it doesn't matter what I'm going to say because,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Go hunt, have fun, get out there, learn some shit.
Enjoy October.
Yeah.
Take chances.
This is it. We get this time once a year. Go fill your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you.